There's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win.
1, 2.
What are we waiting for?
Check me out right here, yo.
Do it.
How you feel what's about to happen on this field, man? They gonna get it to us. We got to take it. They want to black out. We gonna give them a black out. Stay together and keep fighting. Now, it's time to knuckle up. Everything that move. Touchdown. Brian Westbrook, he scored. Touchdown. And the Eagles win. The Eagles win. Let's get into it all day. Relentless, relentless, relentless. Are you spirit? Are you power? Are you love? Give me what you got. Right now. Right now. You ain't ready for a fight? Go ahead and go home. You got this gonna be for good cause. A fight. We always win when we fight together. That's how winning is done.
Now get out there and do it. There's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here. Win.
The sweet taste of victory. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Jay Scully. It's the flight. Y'all know Philly stand up world champs. Look, y'all know what it is. You know what I mean? Man Cave Media, Most Fila ENT, Most Fila sports agencies up. Official merch. You know what I mean? Y'all know what it is. Philly's finest. Jay Scully here. The Flight Season 2. Now, let me kind of start back here to where it started, right? Season 1, put up The Flight, right? Gave the Philly fanatics and all the people all the aspects of Eagles football and everything. And then we end up winning the chip in the first year of The Flight, right? So now Season 2, we here, ain't nothing changed. The logo's the same. We here, the campaign for the back-to-back. This is the back-to-back campaign. Why not run another Flight season up and see if we can run up another championship back-to-back? Because everybody's aiming for the champs right now, right? Y'all know what it is now. The last time the Flight was up for Season 1, I think the last time I graced y'all, and we went back to back and we were talking and we were going over things, was Super Bowl Sunday, right? And I specifically was going to do a show to conglomerate and celebrate and just exasperate a championship in the first season of The Flight. But you know what? I spent the whole summer, spring, and now fall celebrating this victory. Second Super Bowl in the last 8 years, third appearance in the last 8 years. And I just said, you know what? Nah, let's wait. Let's wait. Let's open Season 2 up. Let's open it up. Let's just bask in this glory. You know what I mean? Let's act like we've been here before. Because we had Philly. It's the Eagles. You know what it is. It's Philadelphia. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's The Flight. Season 2. I'm here. Jay Scully. We here. Thanks for being here. So, again, last show, Super Bowl Sunday. Didn't even come and see y'all and talk about the Super Bowl. There was nothing to talk about. We had a parade. It was off the chain. Quenya Mitchell was drunk. You know what I mean? We let a lot of players go. Darius Slay gone. A lot of key guys on that defensive line gone, right? All right. Now, we into week 2, right? We skipped week 1. Opened up against the Cowgirls. Put the banners up. All the talk about the Super Bowl is done. But one thing I want to start Season 2 with and this show with is to remind y'all of the chant. And keep the main thing the main thing. You know what I mean? We want to make sure that we go right in to where we left off.
Hate that you said he wasn't a top 10 quarterback. Hate that you said he couldn't throw the ball. Hate that he got over when push came to shove. Hate that he always say the right thing.
One of these nice championships, brother.
Hate that in your all-knowing, armchair wisdom, you were sure he come up short. Hate that you got it wrong.
Looks like another love TKO. You better let it go. Do, 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 do. Oh, put some respect on the kid Jalen Hurts' name. We're going to start the season 2 off with probably one of the rawest commercials of all time. Look, all the hate, all the naysayers, all the envy, there is nothing more to talk about. We know that. He's now a Super Bowl champion. Main thing, QB1. Champions, right? Done deal. Commercials up. All I'm going to say is, Jalen, come on and drop them Jordans and sneaks, bro. Come on. We ready, bro. We ready. Come on. Stop playing. I'm ready, bro. Let's go. Drop them Jones so we can cop them. Know what I mean? In all different flavors and all colors, even little daughter sizes. We here. So, season 2, now we can begin now. Okay, so week 1 opened up, put the banners up against the Cowgirls, right? As I say, especially with the Eagles, especially with the NFL, none of these star players barely play in the preseason. It ain't like it used to be. Guys used to play 2-3 games in the preseason, sometimes play a whole half. Nick Sirianni, I called him Nick Sabotage last year, right? Because in the beginning of the year, I feel like he sabotages, and it didn't work. And they pulled the reins from him and pulled the rug from under him. Let him just maybe do what he's best at, and that's the head coach. Rah, pump the guys up. And I love the promo for 2025-26 season. The intro to the season wasn't all rah. It was really just sitting the NFL champions down and asking them what does strength and toughness mean to them. I applaud you, Nick Sirianni. I'm going to give you one more year, right? And I know they're not going to build no statue out there like they got with Nick Foles and Dougie P. But if you get another 1 or 2, we might have to put some marble, some granite out there and start sculpting and building a little Nick Sabotage statue. I'm not going to call him Nick Sabotage no more because he earned the respect of Philly. He earned my respect. He fell back. He took it. He took his lumps. He shut the fuck up and he did what he needed to do. He started kicking field goals because you got one of the best field goal kickers in the league. Stop icing him, sabotaging him. So, Nick Sirianni, right? He don't like to play players in the preseason. So that first game against the Cowboys, is our first preseason game. It was a wild one, you know. Offensively, up and down. Defensively, really couldn't stop the Cowboys. One thing I'm going to say about Dak Prescott and the Cowboys is they got weapons, man. 2 of the elite receivers, one of them maybe a most elite receivers, and another one on the same team. That might make Dak Prescott, he has to have one of the greatest seasons of his career or it's really over, right? So that game, you know, we had a rain delay for an hour and a half. It was crazy, right? Thank God for the rain delay because it looked like we were going to just keep scoring every single drive. And mind you, we threw Jalen Hurts or AJ Brown out there. The great AJ, number double ones, right? A-O. We threw him out there as a decoy. There was no game plan for AJ Brown because of the hamstring, the injury. I guess they just wanted to just ease him in. And I like the fact of getting Jahan Dotson the ball early in the season. That was, and not having to use Saquon, right? But the question mark, we lost pieces on defense. And that's where the question mark of this team going back to back in the Super Bowl is the defense. Mainly the secondary, the free safeties, the cornerbacks, our pass rush, right? Mind you, Jalen Carter does something he will never do again. The captain of this team, the best defensive tackle in the league, gets you get into mind games with Dak Prescott. That's what corny players do. And I get it. I got respect for Dak, but as long as he's wearing that star on his helmet, fuck him, right? So he playing mind games. He spit towards you. Of course, the NFL didn't see that because they all fanboys of the Cowgirls, and it's never going to happen, right? And then he spit back, get thrown out, don't even play a down of football. Now we can't get a pass rush. We can't stop the run. No sacks all game, right? But the storm comes, no second half points. The coach, defensive coordinator, you know what I mean, stepped his game up, got that defense back on. Nobody scored in the second half. Cowboys win. Tight game, divisional rival. Open up, throw the banner up, championship trophy in the first week. Tough game, right? I didn't want to go in with the season 2 opening up against the Cowgirls and gassing up any of these Dallas fans thinking that we actually think that they on our level, like a Dak Prescott. We only this far away from the championship. Right. What I wanted to do was wait till week 2. And now, Sunday, 4 p.m., here come those Chiefs again. The team that we just beat the last time I seen y'all, season 1. Just trounced them. Trampled. Dominating. One of the most dominating Super Bowl performances I've ever seen in my lifetime. And probably the most dominant everyone's seen. Shook up the world. Right? Now here we go. New season. Back-to-back campaign. That's what this flight is all about. The back-to-back campaign. We open up against the Chiefs on the road in Kansas City. Big game because the Chiefs opened up their game last week against the Chargers and lost. So now the Eagles have a chance to not only go 2-0, set the standard, keep the main thing for this team in this year, going back to back, and the almighty Chiefs, who we gave the blueprint for beating. Obviously, the blueprint's there because the Chargers used it. Get the Mahomes. They have no running game. They have a bunch of injuries, especially with Worthy going down. They got guys on injury reserves or suspended. Rashee Rice. Excuse me. Kelsey just waiting to put the ring on it. It's all good. Congratulations. Get that paper, dog. You smart. Cleveland Heights. They ain't never said Cleveland Heights boys was dumb. Big shout out to Trav. I know him personally. Still wrong with my little bro. Congratulations. Get that money, dog. Not only get the money, get that B. Put that B on it. A billionaire. Oh, hustling. So that's what we opening up with. That's how we looking forward to this week. All right. We're not gonna get into the Cowgirl game. That was preseason. Saquon Barkley, average game. Didn't get used much. AJ Brown decoy. Jalen Hurts looked phenomenal. No touchdown passes, no interceptions. 2 big touchdown runs. Defense clamped up in the second half and started playing. So overall, good game to open up with a divisional rival with the banner going up. Now it's game time. Now it's time to unleash this team, and we're going to go in. I'm going to go into a few of the roster and some of the new moves we made this week, to how we already dealing in the second week of the season with free agents, dealing like a car playing and on a Thursday night in the casino. How we dealing? Best GM in the league, right? But what we got to do is, because this is the first episode show since the Super Bowl, we got to remind y'all what we did to the Chiefs in the biggest game of the year just a few months ago to win Super Bowl Sunday, right? Because we're expecting the same thing this Sunday at 4 p.m., right? All right. Come on, defense. Let's step up. Let's make things happen. You know what I mean?
The Chiefs take again, I promise you that. So here's Mahomes. What's he got left? Pressure again. Dak, ball is out. And the Eagles have it. Milton Williams with the strip sack.
Pretty nice, right? Unfortunately, Milton Williams no longer with the team. Big loss. But let's go over some of the defensive line for this team. Now that Jalen Carter is going to stay on the field and be the best defensive tackle on the field, we got Jalen Carter at defensive tackle, right? Nolan Smith Jr. looking to have a big year, had a big Super Bowl. He's there at the linebacking position. Re-signed Zach Braun, Pro Bowler. He's there. Jay Links Hunt, outside linebacker. We need to see more from him. Maro Ajamo, new end, taking over Brandon Graham's spot. That's going to be a key position. We need some rush, some pass rush from him. And Jordan Davis, this is the year. Jordan Davis is in the best shape of his life. This is the year that we got this nose tackle. You are next to the best defensive tackle in the league. It's time for you to also take that step forward and make sure that you also make yourself known. Now, y'all might see me look up a little bit because it's fight night. Crawford Bud going in against you know who. It's fight night. So we're going to make this short and sweet. Defensive line. So that's the defensive line. Linebacking core again. Zach Braun, Pro Bowler. I think he should have a big year. Nolan Smith Jr. We need to see him get off as an edge rusher early in the year as he did at the end of the year. Our secondary, this is where things get a little choppy. Quinyon Mitchell did not play well in game one, but again, against the Cowboys, you're talking about two elite receivers. Maybe CeeDee Lamb might be the best receiver in the league, maybe not. It's arguable, right? So I'm going to give Quinyon a pass. He was holding a little bit. You know, Adoree Jackson was getting torched out there, one of our new cornerbacks. I don't like the system with Adoree. I think it's time to really put Cooper DeJean out there and let him step up and play. Cooper DeJean, we say, because it's Philly. It's not DeJean. It's DeJean, right? Big Super Bowl interception, all that. Matter of fact, yo, let's run some more tape. What? Why not? Run the track.
There he is. Wandering around. I love that they're just hopping off the buses. Hey, a message!
What?
To the people of Philadelphia, your love message.
Go!
Such an exciting moment. Obviously, a lot of the players are so psyched. What was that like to get that high five? Amazing! Let's go!
Broad Street was lit. Nobody parties like Philly when we win, baby. Quinyon Mitchell, drunk as a motherfucker. But hey, them times are over. That season's over. The chip is up. It's time to start getting ready for this back-to-back season. Quinyon needs to step up and have that phenomenal sophomore year that he had as a freshman, as a rookie. You know, it's time to go out there and ball, you know, and I just wanted to show that because I want Quinyon to understand that it's just the beginning, baby. This is the beginning of a dynasty, the end of one. We've ended a dynasty. When you end dynasties, you need to start another one. Let's roll some more footage.
35, blitz coming, Hurts in trouble. Sends it, he's going to run for a first down and a lot more. Hurts sliding out across the 40. And 6 cents kicked in there as he was about to be hit, and he turned it into a 16-yard run.
And this element to his game, when they cover well in the secondary and he feels any space, he takes that and there's nobody going to catch him. Bo is trying to track him down. Chanel's trying to track him down. He knows what he needs for a first down in situations like that.
Chiefs show blitz. They come with it. Hurts sends his out again. A big Steve. Jalen Hurts down to 25.
That's right. Making the main thing the main thing. Just win, baby. Don't listen to none of the haters. Don't worry about the stats. Just don't turn over the ball and continue to move and get points, right? Now, obviously, through showing Jalen Hurts, QB1, we're going into the offense. Nothing's changed drastically. We still got the apex of it all. The Matrix, Saquon Barkley. Now, let's talk about some injuries and some free agents that we just picked up this year. Tanner McKee, maybe one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league, injured. So we go get Sam Howell. Howie's dealing, right? Will Shipley, another rookie we picked up last year. Right now he's injured. What do? Flip them picks, Howie. Go get Tank Bigsby from the Eagles, man. Now we got AJ Dillon and Tank Bigsby, big hard runners behind the Matrix, right? It doesn't stop, man. Just keep loading up, right? AJ Brown out there looking healthy. He's ready for a big game against the Chiefs. And we signed John Mechie III. Don't know too much about John Mechie from the Texans, but you know what? He's the third, fourth weapon out there, especially with Dallas Goedert now injured already, which is another story, but I'm not going to get into that. We resign. I'm just glad Dallas is here, right? Because he's such a threat, but stay healthy, man. So Grant Calcaterra is going to step up. He's a solid dude. We got the big receiver, 6'6", 6'5", Johnny Wilson already on IR. So guys are getting hurt, and I like the new kid, rookie Darius Cooper. I feel like now that Wilson's hurt, I feel like you're going to see a lot more Darius Cooper, who shined in the preseason. But it takes time, man. Jalen's just got to get things going and try to spread the ball, but you got to get the ball to them dogs. A.J. Brown, Superman, Swole Batman, and you know who it is, the Grim Reaper, the Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith, the two best receivers in the NFL put together. Jalen Hurts, yeah, he's loaded. He's got weapons, but sometimes it's not about the weapons. It's how you lead them and how you take charge. And you saw the commercial to open up the show. Just want to let it go. Feels like another love TKO. Whoa. Just saying. Our line, one of the best in the league still. The great Jordan Mailata, the great Landon Dickerson, the great Cam Jurgens, the greatest Lane Johnson. And then you add in Tyler Steen, just learning from all those pros, man. So this offense doesn't change. It gets better with Tank Bigsby. It gets better with John Mitchie. It gets better with Sam Howell, a proven quarterback, right? But we can't wait for Tanner McKee to get back, you know? So the offense hasn't changed. The defense has changed. Another free agent pickup that we picked up this week with Tank Bigsby to help that pass rush. And I feel like he's going to be really good with Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis is Zadarius Smith. Now, mind you, Zadarius Smith, I think I want to say for the Vikings, a couple teams out there, great pass rusher, older guy. We just need him to fill that Brandon Graham role. Be that guy that gets 7 to 10 sacks a year, you know, and feed off of the pressure that Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter and dominant Jordan Davis is going to do. It's going to make it easy for you to get to the quarterback. We had no sacks against Dak Prescott. That cannot happen Sunday against the Chiefs. We gave the blueprint on how to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl a few months ago. Beat up Patrick Mahomes, right? Beat him up. So let's go to a little more footage, man, just to see. You know, we set the blueprint.
What's coming? It's picked up. Hurts going deep. Has a man. It is caught. Dotson down there. He's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Great blitz pickup we saw before with Saquon. Gives Dotson a little time to make that little hesitation stutter move. And Hurts fine.
I just said it. Jahan Dotson. I feel like he's going to have a bigger year. I feel like now Jalen Hurts is looking to have that MVP year. You may not see 40 touchdowns, but you're not going to see a lot of picks. And you're going to see we may not see 40 passing touchdowns. Jalen Hurts just isn't that type of dude. Will he ever be? Who cares? Because like I said on the Man Cave show, right? Tune in to the Sports Madness. Tune in to Off the Rails. Y'all know how we do. Man Cave Media, Most Feel ENT. What I told the fellas is that Jalen Hurts, to me, could have that Tom Brady type career. Mind you, Tom Brady is the GOAT because of the jewelry, right? System quarterback in Bill Belichick's system, greatest system ever. But arguably, we can name some quarterbacks that might be talent-wise better than Tom Brady. Peyton Manning, John Elway, Joe Montana, Aaron Rodgers in his prime. I mean, there's a lot of great quarterbacks that could be better than Tom Brady. But the rings and the jewelry make him the GOAT. Jalen got one already. Should have had two. If Jalen gets another Super Bowl or two in the next 2 to 3, 4 years, who knows? That's 3. So that's 2 or 3. Who knows where that plateau goes? You know what I mean? So who doesn't want to forget the stats? I mean, he's going to put up stats. We know he's going to get rushing yards. We know he's going to get TDs. We know he's going to push for TDs. But the goal, the main thing is keeping the main thing is not turning over the ball. And that's what I like about that first Cowboys game. No exciting, not a lot of big passing yards. A.J. Brown was a decoy. Devontae had a few. Goddard had a few. Jahan had a big catch, right? It was enough to win, but it ain't enough to go back to back. All right. So, but zero interceptions is key. If you got an interception or two, and then you got less touchdowns, then you hurting your team. But if it's the complete opposite or it's even, then you can't hurt your team when you're still scoring. So that's Jalen Hurts' game. That's our offense. Everybody's keyed on Saquon Barkley this year. Saquon might not have to have the numbers that he had last year, but he can stay healthy. Our key this year is how healthy we can stay. And when I say health, I have to mention Dallas Goedert. Like, it's already week 2 and he's injured. Hopefully it's not a big injury, but that hurts us. But I like Grant Calcaterra. He's a nice tight end, right? I like that. But that all this opens it up is for Jahan, AJ, and Devontae and Mechie and all those fellas to get it. It's time for Cooper to step up. I like Cooper as a rookie. He's nice. Jalen has to surgically run this offense and then let Saquon dominate. This defensive line, Za'Darius, I just want to add 3 Z's on his name as well. Za'Darius Thomas or Smith or whoever. Somebody got to get to the quarterback. We need a sack against Mahomes within the first couple drives to set the tone. Okay? So that's why we're here, ladies and gentlemen. Super Bowl Sunday, y'all seen it. I'm going to run one more rerun for y'all. You know, just to let y'all remember, just to remind.
Maddox comes in and makes a huge play. Now the Eagles get it back. We're going to run some clock. Or maybe throw the dagger. Hurts going deep. Fire!
Let's go!
Smith! He has got it! Touchdown!
Wow! Devontae Smith, everyone thinks Saquon.
Beauty. Can't take that away from that man. You can't take those rings and banners away. Friends, family, they come and go. But banners and trophies live forever. From the great words from the great Kobe Bryant, Black Mamba. Philly, stand up. We're here. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Enjoy the victory. But now it is time for the campaign for back-to-back. And that is the slogan here at the flight. This is the season for the back-to-back campaign. They all aiming for green. They all aiming to clip wings. We cannot allow that to happen. We got to stay injury-free. Jalen has to have an MVP caliber year, and that means no turnovers. Saquon has to stay healthy. We got to be balanced. I'm still anxious to see this offensive coordinator. I like the first few drives against the Cowboys, but that defense was trash, and we weren't able to do anything in the second half. Again, preseason, Nick don't play nobody. I get it. The NFL don't play nobody, and they wonder why everybody got hamstring issues and ankle issues. And man, you know, torn Achilles in week 1 is crazy. The injuries. We went through it last year. But it's no excuse. Week 2, Chiefs, Eagles in Kansas City, rematch of the Super Bowl. You don't think Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and those boys gonna be ready to give us an L? You think they really want to go 0-2? Because with them going 0-2, and as good as the Ravens and the Bills and the Steelers could be, and making us 2-0, we're coming off a Super Bowl, beating the Chiefs again, making them 0-2. Look, bruh, there isn't a better start. There really isn't a better start. So, Eagle fans, Philly, y'all know it's your boy. It's Jay Scully, right? It's the flight. Season 1 brought us a trophy, but we hungry, we thirsty, we starving for more, right? And we gonna have more for you at Man Cave ENT, Man Cave LLC, Most Fila ENT, the whole sports conglomerate, the open mic, Sports Madness, off the rails. We off the Chizane this year. You know what I mean? Special shit coming on Halloween. The Apex crew. We here. It's time to lift more trophies. It starts here. It starts week 2. Yo, it's a new season. It's the back-to-back campaign. So, before I ride out, y'all know what it is. I said the labels. You already know where we are. Welcome back to the show. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to be here. Know what I mean? And you know I'm going to be rocking my gear, right? And yes, this right here, this is the Super Bowl loss one. We coming back for this one, Kansas City. And that's what we're going to show tomorrow at 4 p.m. Today, actually, at 4 p.m. Ain't no telling what part of the country I'm in, man. I'm telling you. Time, bruh. Time difference. Who gives a fuck? We always flying out here. And y'all know the slogan, man. I ain't even going to say it this year. Them Eagles, we fly through turbulent clouds. We fly through storms. It's going to be a storm this year. But one thing I want to leave y'all with is sometimes love is easy. But sometimes love hurts.
Hate that you said he wasn't a top 10 quarterback? Hate that you said he couldn't throw the ball? Hate that he got over when push came to shove? Hate that he always say the right thing?
One of these nice championships, brother.
Hate that in your all-knowing, armchair wisdom, you were sure he'd come up short. Hate that you got it wrong?
It's the flight. Birds, wings. Eagles. Holla back.
There's one thing I want you to do.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win.
What are we waiting for?
You know what you gotta do. Do it.
How you feel what's about to happen on this field, man? They gonna get it to us. We got to take it. They won't black out. We gonna get one black out. Stay together and keep fighting. Down. Knuckle up. You ain't giving it.
Touchdown.
Brian Russell, he scored. Touchdown. And the Eagles win. The Eagles win. Let's get into it all night. Relentless, relentless, relentless. Are you spirit? Are you power? Are you love? Give me what you got. Right here. Right now. You ain't ready for a fight. Go ahead and go home. Because that's what this gonna be for 4 quarters. A fight. We always win when we fight together.
That's how winning is done.
Now get out there.